I'm Maidao,
I'm Yupeng.
and we are the Lees. We are going to be playing again the And game from the Skin Deep. Again, it's an app, and if you didn't catch our last one, we did a couples session, and that session was called Memory Lane. We answered 12 questions. Essentially, how you play it is there's a set of questions. You ask each other questions back and forth. If you want to answer a question that you've asked, you can as well. So we are going to do kind of like a shorter one today. The one that we're doing today is called Syncing Up. There are 7 questions. Every week there are different questions, so you can keep playing this one. Essentially, it's just to help you check in. And we normally do active listening exercises. We haven't been doing them lately, though, huh? It's been a while, so I guess this is good to do this one. So, syncing up. You want me to go first, or you want to go first this time? I think you should go first because last time I went first.
Question 1. If you could go back and speak to yourself a week ago, what would you say and why?
How long ago? What was that?
Sunday.
I would tell myself to get my sleep schedule back on track because I've just been so bad with my sleep schedule. Like when I was doing my consistent 8 hours, like going to sleep at 10, waking up at, I was like well rested. But I think like I naturally end up going back to my bad habits, right? So a week ago, I would tell myself to get back on a good sleeping habit and start using my CPAP machine again because I've been really bad at that lately. So.
And why?
What? Why? What? Have I been bad with my CPAP?
So you said you answered a what? So now it's why?
Oh, why? Because I just think it affects me overall, like health-wise, right? And it just doesn't affect me; it affects you too, because it's like when I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm moody, and I'm very short, like, and I'm just not as energized. I don't want to do as much stuff, which you probably like. I don't like to do a lot of stuff, but because when I'm very like energized, like I want to do a bunch of stuff, right? And then I get antsy because we're just home all the time, but I want to go out and do stuff. But I think overall health wise it's good to just get my sleep on track because that impacts overall health. So okay, when have you felt the closest to me over the past few days?
Since when?
Over the past few days.
So that's Friday.
Just yeah, I guess maybe over the past week until now.
This past hour.
Why?
It doesn't ask why.
I'm asking you why. What do you need a prompt to ask you? I'm asking.
Because I have to answer the question.
Well, I'm asking you why. Why today? Why this hour?
Because or doing something that I feel that's uncomfortable and I don't want to do it, but I do it anyways because it makes you happy, and if you're happy, I'm happy.
Well, I feel like you mean to say because we're engaging with each other.
Yeah, you can interpret it that way. Question 3. What's something we talk about but haven't yet?
What's something we should talk about but haven't yet?
What's something we should talk about but haven't yet?
I think we talked about, I think, all the important things because we had, really big discussions about stuff like that. But maybe, like next steps for baby, because I don't think it's that we're avoiding talking about it, but I think like it's just not top of mind at the moment because I feel like we're so early stages. But we do need to start kind of like planning it out more, eventually. Yeah.
For me, um, it's death. Death comes to everyone,
Oh, yeah.
and what people don't what people don't do is prep for it.
Are you planning on dying? Are you planning on me dying soon?
Well, I want us to live as long as possible, but the first step, which we did years and years ago, was get life insurance. So in case one of us passes, like both of us we are our own beneficiaries. So that's one step down, and then next step we'll probably figure out all the
actual like logistics
Yeah.
stuff, right? Like paperwork, what needs to be. Yeah, I agree. I feel like couples don't really talk about that until it's too late, huh?
Yeah.
Like how I was telling you, I don't even know what your password is to certain things or like how you pay for, because like he handles all of the bills, and so I don't even know how to do that. And then like you don't just do it for yourself, but you handle mom and dad's stuff too. So it's like, what happens if something happens to you, and then like I don't know how to log into those accounts, and who's going to be taking care of that if you're not here, kind of thing, right? And it's like really uncomfortable to talk about, but I think it's necessary. But what if I die? What do you need to know?
I'll have your systems. I'll have your password, your account.
But I think for the most part, you know everything.
No.
You just need to log into my phone. You can use my when I'm dead. You can use my face to open all my accounts on my phone. Okay. When do you think I missed you most since the last time we spoke? Why? Oh, we spoke like every day. But I guess when do you think I missed you most since the last time we spoke? Why?
When you went to sleep.
I missed you when I went to sleep.
So you slept right after we ate, which was like
10.
9-10ish, and then you went to sleep, and then I left you alone, and then I was sitting here, and then you came out because you missed me.
I feel like I miss you even when you're with me. I just need you. I just miss you all the time. Well, because I genuinely love you and like being around you. Even when I don't like you, I like being around you. Okay.
Question 5 is, what are you looking for more clarity on in your life, and how can I best help you find it?
Just really, I guess, what I'm supposed to do. Yes, I feel like that's a constant theme in our life, our relationship. Is like I constantly get into these states where I'm like unhappy because I don't feel like I'm like meeting my own potential, and doing the things that make me happy and that I'm genuinely supposed to do, right? Like writing, for example, or like, I was a very artistic child growing up, and I feel like that part of me has just kind of gone away. But I do feel like that's where I'm happiest, and I think just getting back to that place where I'm able to figure out what it is that really makes me happy, what I'm supposed to be doing. Like what I'm doing right now, which is HR, it's good for like financially, right? But like I always feel like there should be more to life than just worrying about finance, you know, and that you really should enjoy your life. But it's so hard to do because it's like a balancing act. And I think like how you can best help me is really just encouraging me to like not give up on the things that make me happy, because I tend to like, I'm very like, I guess, rational when it comes to certain things. Like I like to put my energy towards things that are most efficient or effective for us in terms of like stability. And even though like I might enjoy writing or I might enjoy art, sorry, that's my dog. I might enjoy writing or I might enjoy art and stuff, but like how does that serve us, you know? And sometimes like I tend to forget that maybe those things are good for my mental health, so maybe I should still do those things, you know? And I can start to monetize those things in the future. Does that make sense? So it's just having your constant like reminder, encouragement, which you do. You do that. Yeah. What are you thinking? Okay. What's a plan we should make right now with each other? What's a plan we should make right now with each other?
Kind of get more concrete. Plan an attack on baby stuff. Because right now, like we started the process like a couple months ago. So we went through pre-testing all that stuff, but kind of put on hiatus-ish because now that we're in December and already in the year, it coincides with finances as well.
Yeah, it's like they don't tell you those things,
Yeah.
right? When you first start. This is for anybody who's going to go through IVF. Like in terms of billing and everything, like when you're going to be charged for certain things, when you're going to be charged for certain things, it tends to, like if your process is going to be near towards the end of the year, they actually ask for you to wait until the start of the new year. And that just has to do with like billing for medical related things, so like insurance stuff, which they don't tell you until like you're already in it, you know. So that affects things like deductibles and stuff like that. So I mean, like, yeah, we need to start like transferring money, making sure that we get all that stuff paid for. I need to ask about like my birth control pills, stuff like that. So yeah, okay.
Last question. What role do I play in your life right now? Why?
I feel like you're like my best friend. More so than just my husband. I mean, you are of course my husband, but you're maybe caretaker. You're like my caretaker. You're like my mama. But for the most part, yeah, my best friend, really, because I mean, you know, I have some really, really bad days, and I don't feel like I have a lot of people to go to, you know, and I don't really trust people as much as I used to. Emotionally, I don't trust people as much. So I think like the role you're playing right now is really just my best friend. Really just being like somebody I can count on emotionally and lean on. And like, you won't tell anybody my secrets?
Of course.
Who are you gonna tell? Who are you gonna tell?
They're meant to be secrets.
Yeah. Unlike me. But really, yeah. Do you want to answer that one too?
No.
Well, that's the last question. But okay, so that one was short and sweet. But we could do this again, I guess, next week because it's a different set of questions. Okay. All right, well, thank you for joining us. And yeah, we probably will do this again next week, but we'll do probably a different one. So there's the ones that we've been doing are the couples ones, and then there's ones for like long term. You could do this with your friends. Let me see the different categories. So family, coworkers, strangers, long-term couples, if you're dating, friends, and then just couples. And again, you can do this in person, or you can do this over video as well. So this is just a great activity to just kind of reconnect. And I hope you've enjoyed it. All right, bye-bye.